Hi guys, this is Nick again from the Bayford Foundation. This is our second video in the Careers Tips series that we're trying to put together. On this one we're going to very briefly talk about the content in your CV. So that starts with contact details, and the first thing you need to put is your accurate, correct name, not a nickname. The second thing you need to think about is your telephone number, so make sure you've put your most up-to-date recent telephone number. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mobile, it can be a landline, just make sure you're there to answer it when somebody rings you. The next thing you need to think about is your contact address. So if you are going to be relocating, which does happen quite often, make sure that you've given the address or made it obvious of where you're wanting to relocate to. Even though you might have your home address on at the moment, it is really important that if a future employer is to look at your CV and take you seriously, we need to know why you're moving to the local area. The last thing you need to look at is your email and make sure that it's professional. And if you haven't got a professional email, then get a new one to put on your CV. The next section is your work history, and we talked about that in the last video, but this time what I want you to think about is the fact that it has to be in some sort of order. So generally most recent is at the top. Make sure there's no gaps in your work history. That's really important. And if you haven't been working for a long time, i.e. for years in a company, make sure you put which months that you worked, because believe me, an employer will break that CV down and look for gaps and try and find out what you were doing in those gaps. So try to make it as flowing as you possibly can. The next section that you really need to look at is your qualifications. Again, make sure they're in date order. That's really important. And also, it's not just about academic qualifications. Also, make sure you put any courses that you've been on, be that internal in company courses or external through maybe the Prince's Trust. So make sure you put everything on there that's relevant to how you've become the person that you are and who a future employer is going to take on. The last thing in the last section that you need to really be aware of is your personal interests. And this is a really difficult one, guys, because some people put them on and some people don't. But actually, this is an opportunity for you to tell your employer that actually you're an interesting person, that you do have things outside of work and you do have an ability to de-stress. Just be careful what you put on there because it can be quite interesting. In the meantime, I hope that's been helpful. And guys, as I've said before, get yourselves on our website. My email address is there, the telephone number's there. If you're looking for work, then we're quite happy to speak to people who think they might be suitable for the Bayford Foundation. As I've said before, we'll give you all the training and we'll give you all the support that you need to get yourself into a future career. Thanks again for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.